Hello again, everybody. Glitch Ripper here, aka the original card game for the win. And Historic Horizons is here. So more Jumpstart and this whole new set of it. And Jumpstart was already a humongous set, so now we have two enormous sets, both under Jumpstart. Also, I'd like to say that if you're trying to search for these cards, they won't all be under Jumpstart. They may be under their original sets, which might throw things off because they don't necessarily have all those sets registered independently. So maybe they'll kind of unite them under Historic Horizons eventually. But for now, you may need to search by things like color and card type if you're trying to search for them specifically. So if you're trying to spend a few wild cards, that may be a different procedure than it normally is, at least for now. Now, I've entered the event, but I haven't done one yet in terms of actually going to completion. I've just kind of started and picked a couple of packets. Some interesting choices very quickly, and a couple came out really ahead and very fast because I knew they contained some things that I definitely wanted, or at least had a very high chance to. I'm not sure if they're doing it by chance within the set as much as they were saying before, but it's something that's definitely an interesting thought. Now, the thing is that I have an interesting pair of things, because I got the one that was the packet for Tio. So it gives you the uncommon version, which is Tio the Shield Mage, but it also gives you, or at least might give you, at least it did for me, it gave me, Tio Aegis darn lips, Tio Aegis sorry, allergies. Anyhow, Tio Aegis Adept, he's a mythic rare, and he does have an emblem, so yeah, that could come in interesting later on. Now, his emblem is at the beginning of your end step, return target white creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield, and you gain life equal to its toughness. There's a lot of crazy synergies with that, so yeah, I mean that's just the big gun there, but like the other stuff he does is kind of good. So this version of him is definitely him after he's gotten used to his Planeswalker powers as one who can basically create thickened light, or molecular light, or different ways you might want to put it there, but basically he can create constructs out of highly compressed light, which is really cool. Now, I got the packet for Merfolk, and that gave me Sphyloon of Sea and Sky. And I've been kind of collecting god creatures for a while, sometimes with wild cards, sometimes just naturally. And Sphyloon, her abilities definitely means if you're going like Merfolk, like straight up as a big theme in your deck, it would be really great, but I don't know how much she'd combo with the other gods in the big combo, unless I had something that made them also Merfolk, which is, of course, Maskwood Nexus, or possibly another card that I am aware of that can make all of your creatures a given type of creature. And that particular card is actually from quite some time ago, and although in that case you pick one, you don't get like all creature types for everything. But because of her ability that she has indestructible as long as you have at least two other Merfolk, then yeah, that definitely helps. Also, she does naturally have, whenever she attacks, draw a card, and other Merfolk you control have Ward 1. So if you really did do some of those complementary things to have all sorts of stuff being Merfolk, things could get crazy with her very quickly. Another interesting thing is just this nice little common here that you can grab. Faceless Agent. I think that came with my Merfolk, but that one I got plans for this one, because whenever it enters the battlefield, you seek a creature card of the most prevalent creature type in your library. That could get crazy. But that means that you get it just right to your hand, and you don't have to search your library, you don't have to shuffle, it's just like it just pulls it right out as long as it qualifies. Faceless Agent is a colorless shapeshifter with Changeling, so that makes things very interesting, as it can complement just about any deck, and that's why they made it that way. And there's a lot of other stuff in here, but those are like some of the like major moments out of this particular selection that I got. Okay, to be perfectly fair, this is also a classic callback to some old school things. This land, Tropical Island, that used to be a thing a long time ago in Magic the Gathering as a big deal, as the early dual lands were also counted as basic lands, and they didn't have to come into play tapped or have any deficit of any sort at all. Like, you don't pay life to have it come into play untapped. You don't have to have something that you reveal. It just is. And these old school dual lands, they do count as basic lands of both types. So that is something you do not see very often. So even if it takes a little effort to get it, including, say, exiling a card from your hand, it's still something that's just absolutely old school and a great callback to the day. So I'm really liking how that's shaping up there. But overall, this should be just kind of crazy. And of course, that's what Jumpstart's all about. So, let's go in here and see if I can win a few things with this particular deck. Now, I do have a quest active right now that includes playing white spells, I believe. So if I play enough over this time, I'm going to trigger that. Okay, the rock egg, all of these are fine to start with. And I don't have anything that was really worth just one white emerald right now. However, this is going to be really interesting, as long as I don't have something to just nuke it. But it's not usually the thing. Merfolk are complementing nicely already. As you can see, I did get to set a holder, and for some reason, even though they're said to be less sensitive than other creatures on their skin, this one seems like a good massage. I mean, maybe it's the vibration. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, if they got, like, armored thick flesh, how do they feel much? Oh well, at some point, we'll see what all's going on there. Man of War. You just halt for a little while. Definitely don't want that going out, so you just stay there. Huh. I guess if you have perpetual things inflicted, they're in purple. Okay. Because perpetual is a new dynamic where things remain regardless. And definitely feel like the rest of that game. They chose to get their shark to crab a little bit out of the way. I think they just realized what their problem really is. I have a rock egg now. Could use moment of heroism, but we'll see. I realize perpetual just keeps on going there. It's not going to, it looks like it's only purple on the battlefield? Okay, I see.
Have you met my benthic friends? They're big supporters of mine. Oh, there are even bigger things to come.
I can see here. Okay. I officially drew the god card, but I need an island, thank you. Figured. That one has been out of the loop. Can I have another island? Just one more island, and then I will think that.
There is always a bigger monster.
I think the expression is there's always bigger fish.
As a shield mage, I defend the defenseless. I'll block them off!
Now, if she's of sea and sky, why does the Spyloon not have flying? I'm just pondering that. It should make so much sense, but why? Does she not have that?
Oh, what a precious little one.
Well, good blink deserves another. I would like to I will take action and tap that. Face that way.
Put me out front!
It's adapted.
Oh, there are even bigger things to come.
Did you not notice the rock egg that I had around here? You're totally just giving me fire. I mean, I'm just saying. Okay. I realized that the next round I would have finished them off with my flyers. That's perfectly fair. They're going, you know, I'm out of here, because I just realized that I accidentally gave them another flyer with enough power and toughness that the next round I will totally get nailed. Ooh, mythic rare. Ooh! My love of slivers has officially descended and ascended, and just side-sended, whatever kind of sended you got, into Arena. I have a lot of sliver cards physically. Oh my gosh. First digital sliver ever, and it is the one of the big ones. I mean, legendary sliver. First digital sliver I ever got. Wow. Okay, that's its own kind of sign and or luck. Well, I haven't seen a sliver pack yet, but I will totally get it the moment I do, because I have the first sliver. Yeah, primordial sliver, time to rock and roll. Okay. Thank you, Teo and Spyloon for that? I mean, just, yes. I didn't get to actually use Spyloon the way I wanted to, but thank you for, I mean, even just supporting role and encouraging me there, because saying, okay, you got a god card just by nice choice. Would you like to have something truly wacky? Like, yes, please? Do I wish to mulligan, or do I wish to go? So I get to play at least a blue card, but I'm trying to remember if blue is the other thing I needed, or if it's mostly white. For the... no, mulligan. Okay, for the, okay, that's like the most expensive thing, so... Is that a free mulligan at first? Oh, I forgot that in this format you get a free mulligan. Well, I thought I was gonna have to return something to... Okay, that will come in handy later. Right now... anyway. I could unsummon it now, but it's not really that big right now. I think I want to get rid of something a bit more, you know, bigger than that. I mean, Teo's gonna give me some walls, just as the shield mage. But whenever he becomes truly adept at it, it's gonna be crazy. Also, okay, now that thing definitely needs to be unsummoned. He's got bears. He's got a bear deck.
I am Teo. Let me be your shield.
Teo, I need shields because they have bears.
This is what I trained for.
This is a very interesting wall.
Hey! Ow!
Okay, he officially awakened the bear. Okay, KO. Have your light shield here. Ha ha ha. I'll slow him down a bit. Because as many times as I've thoroughly used this card to rock and roll, I've conjured one. KO, I'm sorry. Well, I don't know. As long as I have Hex. Yeah, it's not too many things in green throw things at you. Sorry. Time for you to go.
We'll serve better next time.
For the parting gift.
Talk to the wall.
Like to investigate. Okay, that's something that'll help a lot, actually. Okay. Yes, I'm conjuring some Pegasi. And this is why I was worried about that. Let me see if I can actually get the sword. It is gone. Okay. Good. Actually, let me be careful about this. Okay, I have the Blade Warden out. Island. Could have a bigger bear now, but I have ways of taking care of that. Bear, you go that way. thing is not getting back up for a while. Okay. That'll weaken it down a bit. Okay, is it going to block part of that, or is it gonna just slam them? It blocks part of it. Either way, I have more Pegasi where that came from. Okay. Said we were changeling. So that's an interesting one. There. That power took that, so recovery. Thank you. Get tapped. I have plenty of land, so let's... Okay, that's okay. Because I have plenty, but still it's nice. Because I have that, I have indestructible now, so thank you! And she's not got indestructible because I have an actual regular merfolk and I have a changeling, which counts as everything, including merfolk, so thank you. They realized how much attack power I had just from flyers alone. And this combination deck is actually pretty strong. Okay, so the power of Phyrexia is just coming in strong soon. Okay, did that actually... No, that didn't count as a full quest on that one, but it's very close, and I'd like to get that, so I might just continue with that, even though I've already won it that way. So let's just continue with that deck until I can get that quest in, because I do have a pack coming to me, so that would be nice. It's been a strong synergistic set of things, so that's been very nice. Devastator. That's definitely okay. Okay. I think we can go here. Yeah, the Beholder's just waking up from a long day. Why? We don't know. Beholders do a lot of things. It was a very long day. There's always miss. Oh, this card's pretty well. Here's an interesting one. Juggle. What kind of juggle? It's like a light juggle. There's your congratulations for doing a great light juggle. Use a little bit of that. This card, oh my gosh. It's unlimited Pegasus power. It's just like, okay. Gonna need it to take care of that thing. Actually, this will hold that out. Away for now, but I don't think either. I will reveal a Murpho, and yes, I reveal Spreader. That thing is gonna be massive. Like to buy a card? Thank you. Yes, I will pay the keeper. Expensive thing for them to have to repay for. Oh, please get it. Okay, to be perfectly fair, that's kind of funny, but still. Okay. Okay. Power of Madness compelled them. It was just a series of hard throw combo that just kept writing itself. Okay, that was admittedly interesting. That would just kind of kept on going. Exile that from my one from my graveyard to get a whole lot of birds. Sorry, it's been fun having the Pegasus. I just don't see your text. And now I have an indestructible god again. Okay, that's a fun way to do it. Admittedly, that was one of the few ways to take down a god. A good portion of them don't have toughness more than 5. But then again, some do. So that was interesting. Will I have cast enough white spells out of this? Maybe. How many I really needed to cast?
Others because it's the right thing to do.
Who needs a sword anyway?
Inspect. Thank you. If I can protect him enough, I can get an emblem. That's a really good one. Then lots of resurrection. Okay. Here's Yawgmoth. I had an opportunity to get him, actually. I didn't take it. But I could have. That should work out. Okay, I did use it. We're getting rid of some of the creatures. Greatest toughness. The light shield, I think, does. Yeah.
Serving the people is an important part of my life.
Back in the day, this would not have been possible.
Anything to support my allies.
We can push them back.
Because the thing is, back in the day, you couldn't have two planeswalkers of the same individual. Like, but then they reformatted it to be just go under the legendary rule, and things was just, it made so much more sense in so many ways. Desert certainly is presumed to be an interesting possibility there. We did not have enough mana left. Bird is the word.
I'll block them off.
hope I didn't let anyone down.
Don't worry.
I'll support you. Always.
Unfortunately, you can't cast creatures from your instep, so there goes one possibility. Oh, that one just got pooped. Could use a little investigation. Okay, they figured that one out. mean, the dog did die, but yeah. So did they exile it when it died? I'm trying to remember. Yeah. It had to exile when it died. I'd like to have an additional clue. That would have been useful a little earlier. Here, I only really have to block this one. They have some insane thing that they're about to use. Which admittedly is pretty easy to happen in this game. They're down to 1 point of life, so they can't access the ability unless they're gonna double on it. Oh, and I was about to just vape that thing with unsummon. Oh, they would have been like, after all that amassing, unsummon. Poof! There goes the token. Oh, that would have been downright funny. But yeah, I had Teo's emblem, and that was awesome. I can certainly say now that I've had his emblem in a really good run. Oh, that was so cool. Oh, if you can get his emblem in a serious white deck, then that is like a hard carry. Because you can just keep resurrecting white creatures. Okay, I got a little extra money, so I could do that again. Got the attack here. Trick saving. Let's see where you go. Okay. Double major. Oh, it's my first one with that? Sweet. I was kind of thinking about that, and there it is. I actually kind of named a deck after that concept. Okay, so that was awesome. Let's just kind of... I might not actually start the next round of Jumpstart here, but I will select a few more packs. So... or packets, I should say. Okay, Davriel Soulbroker, Squirrels, or Junkyard. I do like Squirrels, but at the same time, Davriel is just... I'm liking the whole new set of Planeswalker things. Sliver Hive or Mini-Faced? I mean, I've got the first sliver, but I want more slivers. I mean, let's just face it, I want more slivers. Although Mini-Face will give me things that count as slivers because a lot of changelings. I'll get that one eventually, one way or another. I got the super expanded Legion version. I think I'm taking Sliver Hive, Davriel in the Sliver Hive. Okay, so now I have 2 of the first sliver because of that. Oh my gosh. Sliver creatures you control have exalted. Yeah. It's been a while since Exalted came around. That's gonna be just awesome. Another copy of the first sliver, as I was saying there. Another faceless agent, which of course counts as a sliver for the purposes of all sliver boosts. Hollowhead sliver. You can pay to tap to discard a card and draw a card. Fleur sliver. All slivers have haste. So now they're very zippy slivers. That's a good one. Of course, Davriel, Soul Broker. His -2 loyalty ability is very kooky as to how it works, and you're just absolutely going to love it. There's a possibility of me getting one of several emblems, and that changing over time, so I might wind up having a history with this one. That could be interesting. Okay, Mana Weft Sliver. Any sliver you got can give you mana. That's just gonna be crazy and is just perfect. There was like a previous sliver historically that had the same ability other than this one, so just saying. Not the first time slivers have given you mana. Okay. Leeching Sliver. Every time a sliver you control attacks, defending player loses 1 life. That could just be absolute death. Very quickly. Enduring Sliver. Other sliver creatures you control have Outlast too, and it does as well. Outlast is you basically pay the sum. In this case, Outlast, not so much Outlast 2, but Outlast pay to generic mana. You tap it and you add a +1/+1 counter on it. And the fact that all slivers would have that, yeah, you spend a few rounds building your sliver army and they're gonna get huge. Davriel's Withering, yeah, that could be, let's just say there's some jank combos with either that or Davriel, and it will be very wild in Historic for a while. Now, another thing to note is, in addition to Rupture Spire being here in an odd, suspicious way, Sliver Hive now have the ability to just make unlimited slivers as long as you already have at least a sliver, or for that matter, a changeling. I'm looking at you, Faceless Agent. Okay, but yeah, just slivers, lots of slivers. I mean, you can also use it to cast Sliver spell specifically for any color of mana, but that ability that you just throw in some mana and you get another colorless sliver creature, I mean, believe it or not, colorless creatures that are purely colorless and not artifacts are actually really absurdly dangerous, because there's not really any kind of protection specifically against colorless non-artifact creatures. So that has led to some really crazy things in the past. So some of which I have participated in. So, or done to somebody for that matter. So yeah, it just a lot of, now to be perfectly fair, there's more of those kind of things around these days than there used to be. Or at least when there's been for quite some time. But as you can see, I'm getting pretty far along in my mastery. And but the big thing is, next time I mean, there's a good chance that I will be showing this one off at some point and seeing how this crazy deck will go. The other one has some great synergy. Tio and Merfolk, I mean, I had a God card, I had a Planeswalker, so it was, or a couple versions of them actually, so it was like the powers that be were together in blue and white. Like, that was like serious Azorius style there. But this one is like an omnicolor deck that includes Slivers and Davriel. Two things I definitely wanted more of, but will they play good together? We'll see. We'll see later. Whenever I'm back for that next time. Let's see if it shows all the things I just got out of that. I know I checked into that recently before. Okay. Also, it should be noted that the Phyrexian type is now around, and I may redefine a few things here and there, because there's kind of a Phyrexian-themed deck I'm thinking of kind of reconfiguring a bit. Like, I already kind of have one, but I want to make it a bit more optimal to be really like the incoming of the Phyrexian Praetors. So that's going to be definitely a crazy thing I'm going to try to do. And of course there's all of this stuff, which is absolutely going to be wild. Did it really take this long for me to get my 4th copy of Reaper of Night? I'm just saying, that's just kind of funny. But yeah, those faceless agents, they're going to do things. Let's just put it that way. Okay, so it's not showing everything that I got recently, but partially because I looked at a lot of it earlier, so therefore it's not being flagged as new. So there is that. And just for saying, this one here, I've been wanting to do a historic ability lord style deck for a while, and yeah, this is definitely going to contribute with its ability to grant a creature card in your hand death touch forever. So yeah, that's going to be wild. That's not even the craziest thing that I recently got, so there's that. Okay. But yeah, it's gonna be wild doing Jumpstart now, especially with... It's basically Jumpstart Horizons. I mean, I know it's Historic Horizons, but still, it's... Let's face it. It's Jumpstart Horizons. So, yeah. So I'll be logging off for now. Hope to hear from you all later, and bye for now, everybody.